Okay, everybody, so we receive questions all the time from parents regarding ways of being involved with their child's training. And a recent question came to me from Roddy Hanna asking, is there a correlation between parent participation and their child's mat performance? And if so, what can we do as parents to facilitate our child's jiu-jitsu growth? And I think that's a great question, and I'm sure it's one that's on a lot of parents' minds. So the purpose of this video then is to kind of educate you, the parent, on ways to keep your child training and engaged in jiu-jitsu for hopefully their entire life and be able to thrive in this very cool martial art. You know, jiu-jitsu is like unlike any other sportive experience that you guys have ever shared with your child. Many of you were athletes growing up. You know, you played baseball, football, wrestling, you were track and field athletes, gymnasts, cheerleaders, whatever. So when your child signs up for one of those sports, it's easy for you to coach them and offer them advice based on your personal experience. With regards to jiu-jitsu, however, that's not the case, since only a handful of our parent members currently train jiu-jitsu. Therefore, it's often difficult for you to, again, coach your child because you don't have an answer to their questions, or the advice you're offering during a training session is actually the wrong advice. Let me give you two instances. So after a practice, driving home, you know, your child asks, I keep getting stuck in the guard and I can't get out, what should I do? Having never been yourself in the guard and experienced the frustration of trying to pass the guard, you don't know. And it's tempting to try to answer and offer advice, but really what you need to do is just explain to them, hey, I don't know the answer, but together, let's find it out. And then, you know, once you get home, go onto the Gracie NEPA YouTube channel and watch a video about guard passing together. You know, the second, for instance, that comes up a lot is, you know, during practice, your child is, let's say, stuck under the mount. And, you know, now from the sidelines, you guys remember watching class and you remember the trap and roll and you remember monkey see. And so you start to yell out, monkey see, monkey see. And unfortunately, while you're saying the right terminology, that technique isn't available just yet because the child who has the mount may have the prayer feet sunk deep and the hands spread wide, and there just isn't an opportunity for the child on bottom to actually use the monkey see. So now the child is trying to execute it, and he's dealing with that frustration of not being able to do it and disappointing you as the parent. So again, the solution is simple. Don't offer any coaching advice to the child. That's why we have the coaches here overseeing everything. You know, the coaching staff knows what to do and when to do it. So wait for them to offer the technical advice. You can always talk to your child after practice. You know, for the parent who desires to be engaged in their child's training, the best and most important piece of advice I can give to you is always observe the golden rule. Expect nothing and praise everything. When your expectations as a parent are too high, the kids will begin to associate jiu-jitsu with inadequacy. And as soon as your expectations exceed your child's abilities, they will want to quit. It's important to remember that kids, they don't want to learn, they want to have fun, all right? And that our curriculum is designed to be fun while tricking them into learning. Nothing matters more than your child starting with a smile and ending every practice with a smile. It must be a positive experience. You know, you're often going to hear me or one of the coaches tell your child, perfect, and it's okay if it's not. You and I both know it's not, that they made a mistake. But that's our secret, all right? Because along the way, as long as the positive training experience is undergoing, they're going to be repetitive. They're going to continue to come, continue to come, continue to come, continue to practice, continue to practice, continue to practice until they actually are doing it perfect and it's no longer a white lie. So that's my advice to you guys. Be involved. I really enjoy that we have such an involved parent community, but be involved in the right positive fashion for your child. I'll see everybody at the academy.